Hello everyone, and welcome to the Fictional Vortex. So we are back with an interesting movie on what if Naruto inheritance the power of Holy Swordsman. But before we start, I just want to remind you to please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button if you enjoy my content. Let's start the story. A beautiful 20-year-old blonde-haired woman who possesses a well-endowed body figure that puts a lot of women to shame. She is wearing a formal business suit which hugged her body perfectly, and she has a witch hat on her head. She is walking through the orphanage hall. She was going to collect her former sensei's son for him to attend the magical academy that she was in charge of. Her sensei had vanished 5 years ago, leaving her to wonder what had happened to them until she received a letter from her sensei 2 days ago. Tell her that she had to leave into order to protect her son, but she still haven't tell her the reason why they left. The letter also informed her where to find Naruto and that she had seal away Naruto's memory and that he would regain it on his 17th birthday, which was 2 weeks ago. He is in that room, the nun said as the blonde entered the room to see a boy who was have average height, lean-built person with tan skin, ocean blue eyes, and spiky blonde-colored hair with reached the back of his neck. Naruto Uzumaki, the blonde woman said with a smile as she walked up to him. You have gotten bigger and handsome, he. So have you, Mari-chan, you have gotten even more beautiful. Naruto replied with a smile. So what brings you here? I receive a letter from your mother informing me of you and that she wants you to attend a magical school. Mari said with a smile. I see, the only letter I got from mom was to explain why she sealed my memory and that she loved me, Naruto said in a sad voice. I am sorry I brought up, I also miss sensei too. Mari said in a sad voice. Kushina was like a mother to her. Say Naruto-kun, could you tell me why she sealed your memory? Sorry Mari-chan, but you have to figure it out on your own, Naruto said as Mari pout. Let's just say he's very powerful. The next day, Naruto's dorm. Wow, I don't think I have ever slept so well, Naruto said as he looks around the room. Oh shit, I am late. As he saw the time on his clock displaying 11 a.m. He was supposed to be at orientation at 10. Mari-chan isn't going to like this, Naruto said as he got up and run into the showers. 10 minutes later he came out and dry off himself before putting on the Akane Academy uniform. I need to eat something first. He did not have any time to make a proper breakfast, so he had to work with his ramen. He used his fire magic to heat up some water before pouring it into the ramen container. He quickly ate his ramen and made his way to the academy as fast as he could. Akane Academy, 11 to 25. A young man of average height with purple hair with a white streak in the front, down the center of his head. He has violet blue eyes and is wearing the Akane Academy uniform. He was enjoying his rest when he heard a female's voice. Flaga. He opened his eyes only to be tackled to the ground by beautiful teenage girl with French pink hair tied long enough to go down to her knees and a big yellow ribbon on the right side of her hair. She also has violet blue eyes like the boy and is wearing the Akane uniform. What the hell, get off me, the boy shouted as the pink hair girl got off him. Flaga, it's me, you beloved sister Sarasha, the pink hair girl said as she grabbed onto his hands. Flaga, who is that? My name is Moroha Himura, the boy now known as Moroha said as he looked at the girl. I just know you are my Flaga, the pink hair girl said as she got close to him. We are not brother and sister this time, so we can be together. Can't you see he has no memory of his past life? A voice said from behind them. They turn around to see a beautiful teenage girl of average height with long Maroonheim-style hair and green eyes. She has white skin and a rather more mature, well-endowed, which could give any adult a run for their money. She also wearing an academy uniform. Who the hell are you? The pink hair girl shouted, but the beautiful girl ignored her and walked towards Moroha and pushed him on the ground and got on top of him. What is going on here? Moroha wondered as the girl leaned down to kiss him. With Naruto had finally reached the academy and pushed the door in. I made it, he shouted only to see an empty room. Damn it, I am late. Mari-chan is not going to like this. As he looked around he saw 3 students, pink hair girl who looked furious and a maroon hair girl about to kiss a purple and white hair boy. Sorry to interrupt, as he went to leave. Wait, with the maroon hair girl she was about to kiss her shoe Sora when the blonde hair boy interrupted them. Sorry to interrupt, he said and was about to leave. She said something that she did not expect to say. Wait, she watched as he stopped, She got off Moroha and quickly walked to the blonde-hair boy. "Who are you?" He had a familiar feeling about him, but she had never met him before. "I am Naruto Uzumaki," Naruto said with a smile as he put out his hand. "I asked the question wrong. Anyway, I am Shizuno Urusabara." The girl now known as Shizuno said as she shook his hand. Flashback, 1000 years ago. The witch of the netherworld is walking through a hall on her way to the throne room. She entered the room to see her lord and lover sitting on his throne. "My love, you are back," the man said, whose face was covered by his long spiky blonde hair. The witch ran up to the man, threw herself at him and kissed him. "And with good news, I finally convinced that fool that you are at your weakest and that he should attack you," the witch of the netherworld said with a smile. "That fool, even with the A." Flashback end. "Did you see that also?" Shizuno asked. She had never had any vision about that man before. "Yes, I did," Naruto said with a smile. "Then answer my previous question." Shizuno desperately wanted to know who that man was and why she was kissing him instead of her husband. Naruto walked up to her and whispered into her ear. "It's a secret." Naruto laughed when he heard Shizuno growl. Shizuno was about to respond when the pink-hair girl cut her off. "Thank you for saving my flaga from that harpy," as she smiled. "You can thank me with your name," Naruto said as he saw Shizuno glaring at him. "My name is Satsuki Ranjo, the hero of justice," the girl now known as Satsuki said with a smile. "And this is my former brother and love of my life, Flaga." "No, I am not," Moroha said as he ran up to them. "I am Moroha." As he looked at Naruto, he did not know whether to curse this man for ruining his kiss with a beautiful girl or thank him for saving his first kiss. "It's nice meeting you too," Naruto said as he felt Shizuno glaring a hole in his head because he was ignoring her. He was about to answer her when he heard a cough. They all turned around to see a pissed-off headmistress Mari looking at them. "You are all late for your first class, now move along," Mari said, which scared them. "Yes, headmistress," they all shouted as they exit the room. "Oh, and Naruto, please report to my office after school so I can personally give you my orientation speech that you missed today. All 2 hours of it," Mari said with a smile that sends shivers down Naruto's spine. In class, they arrived in class to see 5 seats remaining, 2 window and 3 middle seats. The others wait their mind expect Naruto, who walked up to the middle window, and Moroha, who took the middle seat. "Wait, Flaga!" Satsuki shouted as she ran after Moroha and took the seat beside him. Shizuno stood there for a moment. Who should she sit beside? Her husband Shusora, or this mysterious guy who she seemed to cheating on her husband and seems to be in love with? I need to know more about this guy. As she walked towards Naruto and took a seat behind him. "Alright students, as you know, our school trained saviors," the teacher said as they listened. Saviors are people with special powers which they inherit and use at fight meta-physicals. Metaphysicals are monsters that seem to appear out of nowhere and attack saviors. The teacher continued to talk with Naruto and Shizuno. "Why won't you tell me who you are?" Shizuno said quietly to Naruto for the 12th time, but this time she got an answer. "Because it is fun." Naruto responds only to hear her growl. "Fine, if you can guess who I am by my actions, then I will grant you any favor you want of me." "Okay, but why the favor though, and what do you want from me?" Shizuno asked suspiciously. "It makes you want to work harder to find out who I am," Naruto replied with a smile. "As for me, if you can't figure it out before I am somehow forced to reveal myself, then you have to be my roommate, hehehe." "Deal," Shizuno said. What? Naruto was kidding about the whole roommate thing. "Mr. Uzumaki, Miss Urusabara, pay attention," the teacher called to them. "Hi sensei," they both replied as the class laughed. "As I was saying, there are 2 types of saviors, black magic users and white irons," the teacher said as he points to the chart. Black magic users uses magic to both attack and defend, whether with or without the aid of weapon, while white iron user uses weapon or hand-to-hand combat to attack and defend. The teacher continued for a while until class was over. "Your next class will be combat training." The hallway. Naruto, Shizuno and the others had changed into their training clothes and was walking towards their other class. "So do you guys know what kind of savior you are?" Moroha asked. "The hero of justice is a white iron," Satsuki said with a huge smile on her face. "I am a black magic user," Shizuno said as she listened for Naruto's answer. "I don't know as yet," Naruto said as he smiled at Shizuno. Liar, Shizuno muttered. What about you, Moroha? Naruto asked the purple and white hair boy. I'm in the same boat as you, Naruto. Moroha replied as they entered a stadium. Wow! As he looked around the huge place. Today we'll learn about prana and how to use it to discover what type of savior you are. The teacher said as he explained how to draw out their prana. You guys are going to try it now and don't be disappointed if you can't do it on the first try. Asshole! Satsuki shouted as she took the pendant off her neck and a short sword appeared in her hands. This how to summon your weapon, everyone. Damn it, what am I doing wrong? Moroha growled as he did what the teacher told him, but nothing was happening. Flaga, just tried again, you can do it. Satsuki cheered him. Dragon Cane Nargruids. Shizuno said as a staff made of ice appeared in her hands before it shattered and turned into a black staff. Now to see what you summon, Naruto. As she looked at him, hoping to get a clue to their mysterious past. Wind Demon. Naruto said as a large object with blades pointing out in all directions. A Fuma Shuriken? Shizuno said as she searched her mind for any famous saviors who used a Fuma Shuriken, but she could not find any. Bastard. She saw him smiling at her again. This is boring. Everyone turned around to see a very tall and muscular boy with tanned skin and dark purple hair is named Gen Iserugi. And why is it that Mr. Iserugi? The teacher turned to the boy. Because this is baby stuff that we should all know before we enter the school. General said as his friends nodded their heads. And those who can even do it should not be here. As he looked at Moroha. This is a school-trained student at any level that they come here with, the teacher replied. Don't pay him any mind, Flaga, he's just being an ass. Satsuki said loudly, not caring if he had heard her. Why don't you say that to my face, bitch? General said as Satsuki growled. Sensei, why don't you make a mock battle between I, the hero of justice, and this ass to show the others how it is done? Satsuki said as she looked at the teacher. It's not part of the CL, come on Sensei, it's just a practice battle. Naruto putting his 2 cents in. The teacher sighed. Fine, but when I say the battle is over, then the battle is over. The 2 teens nodded their heads. You will get the honors of getting your ass kicked by the hero of justice, Satsuki said with a smile. Ha 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 ha, like a bitch, like you can be a hero, General said. Asshole, Satsuki shouted as she took the pendant off her neck and a short sword appeared in her hands, but this time she had on some light armor. Voltron. Gen shouted as he ripped off his pendant, which turned into a large axe, and light armor appeared on him. Are both fighters ready? The teacher asked as they nodded their heads. Begin. Time to run circles around this moron, Satsuki said as she charged at him with great speed, but Gen was faster. Voltron. Gen roared as he swings his axe at her. Shit. Satsuki used her sword to block his axe. Kyaha. She was sent flying across the room from the force of the axe. Damn, he is strong. As she got off the ground. Is that all the hero of justice can do? He mocked her before charging at her. Got you? He was above her. He swings his axe down on the place where Satsuki was supposed to be. Arg, she attacked him from behind. The hero of justice strikes again, Satsuki said with a smile on her face. You bitch, Gen roared as he attacks her at great speed. Satsuki was able to block the attack again, but the power of the attack sends her skidding across the ground before she clashed into a wall. Enough! The teacher shouted as Moroha ran up to Satsuki and put a jacket around her. Weak bitch. General said as Satsuki started to cry and ran off. Ha 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 ha, next I'll cut off your bottom clothes. Bastard. Moroha growled as he chased after her. Weaklings always stick together, ha ha. Gen laughed as he walked past Naruto and Shizuno. Then you should join them, Naruto said as General stopped. What did you say? Gen growled. Shizuno, he is not just weak but also deaf, Naruto said as Shizuno laughed. You bastard Voltron, Gen roared as he charged at Naruto. So you want to dance? Naruto said as he stopped Voltron with one finger. Impossible, General said in disbelief. Nothing is impossible for the son of a metaphysical. Naruto roared as he transformed into a huge Kyuubi. Kaiha! Gen screamed like a girl as a wet mark appeared on his pants. Mommy, help me. Now for my lunch, Naruto roared as he picked up Gen and swallowed him. "Mommy help!" Gen screamed. "Real world, mommy help!" Gen screamed over and over again as he clutched himself for dear life. "General, snap out of it," the teacher said as he tried to wake the boy. "He's under a powerful illusion." "He used an illusion on him," Shizuno said to herself as she filed it away for later. "When did you do that?" "The moment he looked into my eye," Naruto said as he walked away as she followed him. "Let's go and find Satsuki," as he released the illusion. "Mommy help! Mommy help! Mommy help!" Gen screamed. He opened his eyes to see that he was not in the stomach of the Metaphysical and everyone was laughing. "Why is everyone laughing?" Gen shouted. "Ah dude." One of his friends who was laughing took out his magical phone. "Video feed, Shizuno. He is not just weak but also deaf," Naruto said as Shizuno laughed. "You ba?" He suddenly stopped for a few seconds before he urinated on himself. "Mommy help!" Gen screamed over and over again as he clutched himself for dear life. Video feed end. "I am going to kill that bastard," Gen growled as he looked around for Naruto. "You have more important things to do," the teacher said as he walked away from him. "Like treating your wounds at the nurse's office." Gen looked down and saw that his fingers that pierced his skin when he was clutching himself. "Yeah, and ask for some diapers," a student said as everyone laughed for even louder. Even the teacher had to hold back his laughter. Later Naruto and Shizuno and the others was walking to their last class of the day. Moroha had found Satsuki at a diner on the school compound and cheered her up. "I have to use the bathroom, so go on without me." He had sensed someone following them. "Okay Naruto." Shizuno looked at him as he threw him. Naruto entered the bathroom only to be slammed and bended over the face basin. He looked in the mirror to see a beautiful girl wearing a round glasses and has long blue hair in a ponytail. She is relatively tall and has an extremely well-endowed figure with a wicked smile on her face. "I am going to enjoy this Naruto," as she licked her lips. "Damn it, she's strong," Naruto muttered. "Incinerate," the blue hair beauty said as her and Naruto's clothes was burnt off. "How about a double penetration?" as she took out a dildo and shoved it into Naruto's ass. Real world, the girl opened her eyes to find out that she was the one bent over the face basin and Naruto was behind her pinning her on it. "He caught me in an illusion." "When did he? How did he? Who the hell are you and why did you attack me?" Naruto growled as he pushed her into the face basin. "My name is Tokiko Kanzaki and I am the vice captain of the Sword of Salvation," she informed him. "Why did you attack me?" Naruto growled. He had an idea why, but he wanted to know if he was right. "I was sent to watch you and possible recruit you after word got out about your performance earlier," the girl now known as Tokiko said as a smile appeared on her face when she felt something hard on her ass. "And the way you angle me, I am impressed. I will think about it." Naruto walked off. He was not going to let this girl seduce him into joining. He needed time to think first. "Damn it, I hope he joins," Tokiko said with a smile. With Naruto was walking towards the next class when he heard a commotion in the hall. "Gen is fighting that Moroha guy," a student said, which got Naruto's attention. "General is whining," another student said. "Why are they fighting?" a student asked. "How should I know? Maybe he wants to get revenge on that Naruto guy, but he couldn't find him, so he decided to beat up his friend," a student replied. The fight was somehow being broadcast over the school. Naruto turned around and made his way to the stadium. He passed a monitor which showed Moroha crashing into a wall. Naruto arrived at the stadium and pushed his way through the crowd when he saw Shizuno. "What is going on?" "Thank Kami you are here. You have to help him," Shizuno said as Naruto shook his head. "Why should I help him? He was the one who accepted the fight. He could have walked away," Naruto said as Shizuno glared at him. "Am I wrong?" "No," Shizuno sighed. "He's fighting for Satsuki's honor." "Come on Flaga, you can do it, get up," Satsuki cheered him on. Gen vs Moroha. Moroha was getting his ass kicked all over the place. He was no match for General's skill and power. Gen has been training for 2 years before he attended the school with the help of his older brother. "Take this," Gen roared as he swings his axe, which broke Moroha's sword and sends him skidding across the ground before he crashed into the wall. "I am going to humiliate all of that bastard Uzumaki's friends before I crushed him," as Moroha fell off the wall. "I have to stand," Moroha said as he got up. You're even weaker than that hero of justice bitch. Jen laughed as he looked at the pink hair girl. I have a hero of justice I would like her to meet, as he held his crotch. I will never let you touch Satsuki, Moroha shouted as he picked up the broken sword and charged at General. Like you can stop me. Jen swings his axe again. Arg! Moroha shouted as he was sent skidding across the ground. I can't look, Satsuki said as she turned her face away from the action. Don't you dare turn your face away, Shizuno said to the pink hair girl. He is fighting for your honor, so man up and watch him win. You are right, Satsuki said as she watched Moroha got up and attack General again. Flagga, you can win. You're the greatest swordsman ever. Flashback, big brother please don't go. Sarasha cried out as she caught up to her brother. I am sorry Sarasha, but I had to go, Flagga replied as he looked at his sister. But why you? Sarasha asked her brother who was smiling. Because I am the world's greatest swordsman, Flagga said as he put his hands on her face, and I never lose. Flashback end, ha 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 ha. Jen laughed as he looked at Moroha who was trying to get up. Playtime is over. Suddenly a huge burst of power came from Moroha. Saratiga! Moroha shouted as a straight katana appeared in his hands. In the stands, it's Flagga's sword. An excited Satsuki shouted. He remembers. What power? Shizuno said from beside Naruto. It seems that things are going to get interesting, Naruto said with a smile. Back to the fight. I am Flagga, the greatest swordsman, and I will not lose, Moroha roared as he charged at him. No matter how much prana you release, you will never beat me, Jen roared as he attacked too. Boom! The two forces collide, which caused the students to cover their face from the debris. The smoke cleared to reveal the unconscious Jen, and Moroha was on one knee. You did it, Satsuki said as she jumped the barricade and ran towards Moroha and caught him before he fell to the ground. After school, the headmistress office, Naruto had been sitting there for the past 2 hours listening to Mari repeating the speech that she had given earlier. And that what I told them? Mari said with a smile. Did you get all of that, or do you want me to repeat it? Nope, I got all of it. Naruto lied, but there is no way in hell he would sit and listen to her go through that again. Good, Mari said. She knew he was lying, but she did not have the energy to go through that again. It's getting late, so you can go to your dorm now. Before I go, may I ask you a question? Naruto asked, which surprised the headmistress. Sure, what is it? She was curious about his question. The vice captain of the Sword of Salvation paid me a visit today, and I was wondering if it was your doing. Naruto's question surprised her. And don't lie, I did nothing to draw attention to myself in class. Hee, you caught me, Naruto. Mari giggled, then she got serious. What do you mean you did nothing to draw attention to yourself? You cast an illusion on the whole class and teacher to let them think you summon a Fuma shuriken. You also cast an illusion on General that not even the teacher could break. You saw all of that? A surprised Naruto asked as he laughed. Okay, you got me. And I know you are hiding a lot more of your skills, Mari said as she got up and walked towards him. So why don't you tell me? Naruto. As Naruto stood only to be pushed back down on the chair and place her foot on his thigh. Flashback 1000 years ago, the alchemist of the outworld made her way through the hall and into her lord chambers. She opened the door to see her lord and two naked wives, the witch of the netherworld and the lighting empress. They were on both sides of him. My lord, I was able to convince the outworld to aid you in battle, unlike some witch who could not convince her people, she said with a smile as she looked at the witch who glared at her. Very well, my beautiful and sexy wife, come and get your reward, her husband said. Don't mind if I do. Flashback end, what is going on? This is the first time I have ever got a memory from my previous life. Mari said to herself. It was strange that she had not gotten any of her previous memories before, but it hadn't bothered her. Until now. I wish I could see his face to recognize him, but I know it was definitely Naruto. Mari, are you okay? You just spaced out, Naruto asked in a worried voice. I am fine, Mari said as she walked back to her seat. You should go, it's getting late. Yeah, you are right, Naruto said as he got up to leave. Oh, and Naruto, please consider joining the Sword of Salvation, it can help you greatly, Mari said as Naruto nodded and left. So that's him, the one you have taken great interest in. A voice Sahida's a young girl with long, flowing blonde hair and teal-colored eyes came out of her hiding place. She is wearing a blue ribbon on top of her head to style her hair. A blue dress that is a little bit above knee-length, a red tie and a white corset. I can see why, he knew I was there the whole time. What awe? Mari said, ignoring the little girl's question. Don't you have a boy to guard? Satsuki might be in there raping him for all we know. Maya ran down the hall as fast as she could. I hope I make it in time. She bends the corner and continues to move. It was a good thing that it was nighttime and all the students were in their dorm, or she would have collided with a lot of them. Almost there. She turns the last corner and opens the door only to see Satsuki in Moroha's bed fondling the unconscious boy. Oh Flaga, we have never gone this far in our previous relationship because we were brother and sister, but now we are not, Satsuki said with a smile. And I can't wait any longer. As she ripped off his pants. I have to stop this, Maya said as she sneaks in. I will have you Flaga, Satsuki said when suddenly she was hit on the head. I can't allow such a thing to happen or a big sister will be mad at me, Maya said as she removed Satsuki from Moroha and tied her up with a rope before putting duct tape on her mouth to keep her quiet. Now to heal him, she yawned. It can wait until tomorrow, Maya said in a sleepy voice. She walked towards Moroha's bed and pulled a cover over them. The next day Mari is walking towards the nurse's office. She was still thinking about the memory she got yesterday. Who are you, Naruto? Uzumaki. As she reached the door, she had already figured out who Moroha was and she was very surprised. Why couldn't you be that easy? She opens the door to see Satsuki tied up and sigh as the girl started to trash. She looked on the bed to see her sister rubbing her eyes. She seemed to have just wake. Cough. Maya jumped off the bed and looked around. Big sister. Would you mind telling me what is going on? Mari said as she saw that Moroha wasn't wearing any pants. You see. Maya told her big sister what happens. You better be telling the truth because you are not ready for that kind of activity, Mari said in a sweet voice which scared the hell out of Maya. Flashback. A pink-haired girl walked through the hall with a smile on her face. Her brother had returned, and they were meeting at their usual place. What am I going to say to him? She had put on the most beautiful dress she had for this occasion. I wonder if I should kiss him. She was so deep in her thoughts that she did not realize she was there already. Sarasha. Sarasha. A familiar voice called, knocking her out of her thoughts. Sarasha looked up to see her handsome brother. I never doubted you for a moment, Sarasha said with a smile. I had faith in you when no one else did. I knew you would keep your promise and come back to me victorious. Sarasha, Flaga said with a smile. I am the strongest swordsman after all. I know you are. Sarasha blushed as she came closer to him. Here is your reward as a promise. She got closer to him. Sarasha. Flag said as he cupped her cheek and brought her closer to kiss her. Flashback. End. Of course not. She just used her lips to refill the prana that you lost in your match against General, Mari explained. So let me get this straight. She healed me with a kiss, Moroha shouted in shock as the little blonde girl hid behind her sister with a blush. A sound was heard and everyone looks to the left. Let me go, Satsuki shouted, but they could not hear her because of the tape. I watch your fight against Gen in the arena. Mari walked to his bed and sit. I knew instantly that you were the ancient dragon. There are other names. The Order of the White Knight calls you the oldest fallen hero, Mari said. But what does that mean? A confused Moroha asked. Every savior who walked this earth is. With Naruto was walking towards the school. He couldn't afford to be late this time or Mari would punish him. Who are you? He heard a familiar voice from behind him. And where is the fun in telling you? Naruto said as he turns around. You can't blame a girl for asking, Shizuno said with a smile as she walked up to him and kissed him on his cheek. What was that for? Not that I am complaining, Naruto replied. Damn, I had hope it would trigger a memory. Shizuno as she responded. Just a good morning kiss. I could get used to that, Naruto said as she blushed. Let's go or we will be late for class. They walked for about a minute before they reached school. I grew up with my mother in secret until I was 16. Until she died and I went to live in the orphanage in order to protect me? Why? Was someone after you? Shizuno asked. Just know that it is because of who I am the recantation of, Naruto said in a sad voice as they entered the building and head towards their class. I am sorry you had to go through that, Shizuno replied. What about you? Naruto asked. I was born into a family who expects great things from me, which makes me feel shackled. I want to live for me and not for anyone else, Shizuno said in a sad voice. My brother is the... Oh, Moroha. Thank goodness for you. You remember everything? Satsuki shouted as she tackled Moroha to the ground. Should we tell them we are here? Naruto's sweat dropped. Nope, let's see where this is going, Shizuno said with a smile on her face. I wouldn't say everything. The nervous Moroha said as he got up. Here's your prize, Satsuki said as she went to kiss him. My, what is going on here? Shizuno said in a calm voice. You always seem to show up at the wrong time, Satsuki shouted as she glared at Shizuno. He and I were about to do the thing. And what thing is that? Shizuno said with a knowing smile. You mean this? As she grabbed Naruto and kissed him. Bastard, Moroha growled without realizing it. Yes. A red-faced Satsuki squeaked out. Well, forget about it, we are late for class, Shizuno said as she dragged Naruto with her. Come on Moroha, Satsuki growled out. It seems that women trouble won't be his only problem, Maya said from behind the wall. This Naruto Uzumaki future is clouded in mystery. In class? Man, this class is boring, right Shizuno? Naruto said as he turns around to see that Shizuno was sleeping. I might as well join yo or not. Naruto quickly replied as the video camera went back into the wall. Mari was watching him. Naruto turns around to see Satsuki staring at Moroha with heart in her eyes. That girl has it bad, Naruto said as he turns back around and listened to the teacher and took notes until the class was finished. Moroha, would you like to exchange contact information? A nervous Satsuki asked. Sure, why not? Moroha couldn't care less. Why is Shizuno all over him? Awesome! Satsuki shouted in excitement as they exchange information. I finally have a contact number on my phone which isn't my mom or dad. Happy to help. Moroha replied. Congratulations from graduation from total loser to a loser with 1 F. Naruto put his hand on Shizuno's shoulder and shook his head. Why don't we exchange numbers too? Naruto said with a smile. Awesome, Satsuki said with a smile. I was just kidding, let's exchange contact too, Shizuno said with a smile. Not that I want yours, but I guess, Satsuki said as they exchange info. Ah, Shizuno, why don't we exchange info too? Moroha asked as Satsuki growled. Sure, you are the second boy to get my info, Shizuno said as they looked Naruto. What, I don't have it? Naruto replied as Shizuno. Check your phone, Shizuno replied with a smile. When did you? How did you? A shocked Naruto asked as Shizuno smiles. Is there a Naruto Uzumaki and a Moroha Himura in here? They turn around to see a blue-haired boy. Yeah, I am Moroha Himura. Moroha raised his hand. Oh my god, it's Jin. A female student said with a blush. He is so handsome, another female student shouted. Who wants to know? Naruto replied as Jin smiled. Could you two kindly come with me? Jin replied with a smile, which made some of the female students faint. Oh, and you too, miss. Urusabara. I am not interesting, Naruto replied as he packs his things and walked past Jin. But the principal said why? Jin tried to sadi gone. Fine, you two come with me please, Shizuno wanted to follow Naruto but she could not, her brother had told her it was time for her to start going to the meetings. With Naruto arrived at ramen stand on campus and took a seat. He waits for the chief to arrive to greet him. He heard that the owner was an old man, but instead, it was a young girl about his age arrives and smiles at him. Hello, sir. The girl said as she took out her pen and paper. What can I give you? I will have large miso ramen, Naruto said as he smiles at her. Are you the owner? He no, that's my father and he has some errands to do and he won't be back for a few hours. She enters the kitchen to make Naruto's order. I am only filling in until he comes back. Sorry for asking too much question. I am Naruto by the way, Naruto said with a smile. Don't worry about it and my name is Ayame. Ayame said as she arrives at the counter with Naruto's ramen and gives it to him. Here you go, and don't worry about paying. It's on the house. Really, is it always like this? Naruto amazed of her giving him a free bowl of ramen. Our first-time customers are all entailed to a free bowl of ramen, Ayame said as she pointed to sign about their head. Excuse me. I think I left the noodles boiling too long. She enters the kitchen. I hope it tasted as good as it looks, Naruto said as he started to eat when he felt a presence beside him. Are you following me? Aren't you supposed to be on the roof? Mari said as Naruto ignored her. Why, I told you I would think about it. I never said I would join, Naruto replied as he continues to eat his ramen. I see, so there is no way I can convince you to join them, Mari said with a sigh. Well, there is one way. Naruto smirked, on the roof. Really, C rank, but how? A shocked Moroha asked. He couldn't believe he had reached such a level in only a few days of attending the school. Well, you and Uzumaki have the principal to thank for that. She the one who recommended you guys, Jin said as he looked at them. Plus I was there to see your match against my little brother. Really? A shocked Moroha said. Yeah, and sorry about him, Jin said as he looked in the air. Rank C is an honor and you will be paid in the form of a scholarship which will cover all your expenses. Really now, is that all? Naruto said as he walked up to them. Naruto, you came. A smiling Shizuno said. Mr. Uzumaki, I am glad you came, Jin said with a smile. And no, upon graduation you will be guaranteed a position in the Order of the White Knight. Naruto muttered. Good, so I can get my revenge. So what is the catch? Moroha asked. He knew it sounded too good to get for free. Aha, you are not only strong but smart, Jin said as Naruto muttered ass-kisser. When you've been a C rank you will join my elite group of strikers. So we will be fighting Metaphysical with the Sword of Salvation, Naruto said, which shocked Moroha. I see you have done your research, Jin said with a bright smile. You even know our group name. Not too hard, your vice captain told me about it, Naruto said as Jin held down his head in shame. Sorry about her, Jin said with a bow. I hope that experience won't affect your decision to join. Like I have a choice, Naruto said as Shizuno put her hands on his shoulder. If Naruto is joining then you will be seeing me at the training from now on, Shizuno said with a smile. I can't lose to him, Moroha said as he looked at Naruto. I will be joining too. Excellent. Jin clapped his hands together. Wait, could you tell me how much we will get paid? Moroha asked as Jin whispered the amount in his ear. Holy shit, I am so glad that I joined. Please, you have to let me join too, Satsuki screamed as she ran out. She had followed them. And you are? A confused Jin said as he saw the pink-haired girl. If Gloomy and Moroha are going to join then I Satsuki deserved to join too, Satsuki said. I am sorry but that's not how it works, Jin said, still a little bit confusing. Don't listen to the girl who got her ass kicked by your brother, Shizuno said. Shut up bitch, Satsuki shouted. General is not ready for this and if you can't even beat him then you are way out of your league, Jin said. Oh, Satsuki said as he held down her head. See you after school for our first meeting, Jin said as he walked off. Are you okay? A worried Moroha asked Satsuki. I am fine, don't worry about me. I will train very hard and they will soon be begging me to join them, Satsuki said as she ran off with tears in her eyes. What a faker, right? Moroha said as he turns around to see that he was the only one on the roof. Later, Naruto. The teacher shouted. Huh, what? He sat up suddenly making some giggle as the teacher called him. Are you feeling all right? Naruto rubbed his head and smiled. Hi, I guess I'm just a little sleepy is all. Well, perhaps participating in class will keep you awake. Could you answer the following problem for the class? The teacher asked. Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention, Naruto replied as the boys in the class chuckled at his misfortune. Ring, we will continue this discussion tomorrow, the teacher said. Saved by the bell, Naruto said as Shizuno attached herself onto him as Satsuki did the same thing to Moroha. They walked for a while until they reached the training ground. This is where we part, Moroha said as he prized his hand from her grip as he followed Naruto and Shizuno into the building. You made it, Jin said as they walked up to him. So where are the others? Naruto asked as he looked around. Follow me, Jin said as they followed him as they entered the training ground to see a group of people. This is our 3 new recruits, Naruto, Moroha and Shizuno, Jin shouted. With the 3rd years out of the game, anyone who is C rank or higher can join, a blonde-haired girl said with a wink. Check out the new guys, they're pretty cute, a red-haired girl said. We are going to bust your butt, so you better be ready to go, a spiky blonde hair boy said. I am surrounded by idiots, Naruto said. Why you piece of she? Naruto. Tokiko shouted and was prepared to tackle Naruto when Jin grabbed onto her head. Down girl, Jin growled as he squeezed her head. Now let's begin. I already hate that guy. The spiky blonde hair boy growled. Alright, strikers, let's get moving, Jin shouted as he stepped forward. We stand here as the swords of savor. We stand here as the saviors of everyone, they replied. Come on, you are better than that, Jin shouted. We stand as the strikers of our people, our beloved way of life, our bodies, peace and justice, they shouted. The smile on Jin's face dropped as he turns to the three new recruit. Sorry, should we have said that too? Moroha said as Jin smiled. Yes, you should. Well, I won't, it's pretty lame, Naruto said as Shizuno nodded in agreement. You bastard, how dare you to mock our pledge? A boy shouted. You will pay, as he attacks Naruto. So you want to dance, Naruto said with a smile. That's enough, save it for combat training Uisuke, Jin said as he steps between them. You got lucky, C-ranked, Uisuke growled as he steps back into the line. Later, Naruto and Shizuno were sitting in the stands as Moroha continues to train with Jin. Jin is the leader of what is called the Golden Generation. His group has killed more Metaphysical than even the people in the Swords of the White Knight. Figures, the only reason most of them are there is because they come from a royal family or their family is rich. Naruto chuckled as he continues to look on as Jin send Moroha flying. I hate those bastard along with the big six. They feel that just because they have the power they can do whatever they want without being punished. Man, am I tired, Moroha said, interrupting them before Shizuno could ask Naruto to explain. You should be, you are training with students who are C rank and higher, Naruto said as Moroha took a seat. Really? Ashok said. I hope I can cut it in a group this intense. Trust me, you will do fine, Shizushed. Well, looks like training is over, Naruto said as he got up, followed by Shizuno as they went towards the exit. Wait for me, Moroha shouted as he ran after them. Come on guys. Can't we rest for a while before we head out? Sorry, but I want to go home now, Naruto replied as they head into the hallway. Besides, everyone is leaving too, Shizuno said as Moroha looked around to see everyone is indeed leaving. But I am tired. Moroha groaned as he followed them. Hey, why am I the only one who is tired? That's simple, I have trained much harder than this, Naruto said with a smile. Me too, Shizuno said in a sad voice which Naruto picked up. You are late, Satsuki said as she appeared in front of them. If you weren't my big brother in the former life, I would tear you apart for making me wait like a loser. I don't know what to say to that logic, Moroha replied as Satsuki laughed. Boy, am I hungry, and there is a delicious and inexpensive place nearby, Satsuki said with a smile. Really? Moroha excitedly. I am sorry, but if you want to go you will have to go alone, Shizuno said in an impassive voice. We are all tired from a day of training and would rather go home and rest. She is right, I am pretty tired. Naruto yawned. He could care less if they were going out or not, he just wants to go home. But I am hungry, Moroha said. I am sorry to burst your bubble, but you will need all the rest you can get because we will be having training every day, Shizuno said in the same impassive voice. You're being paid to fight, not to hang out at some restaurant. No problem, she is right, I was just being selfish, Satsuki said as she played with her hair. I wasn't thinking. It's okay, and we know you mean well, but we will be late every day from here on out, Naruto said as he yawns again. Okay, but can we get together when you have your day off at least? Satsuki asked in a hopeful voice. Yes, we would love that, Shizuno replied. I think you are bae. Sounds great, Satsuki shouted as she ran off with tears in her eyes. Hey, come back, Moroha shouted as Naruto sighed. Why did you have to say something like that? What? I was just telling her the truth, Shizuno replied. I really hate when someone makes a decision for me. It really makes me angry, Moroha said in a serious voice. Please don't ever do it again, Satsuki wait, as he ran off. Ha ha ha, Shizuno hit Naruto in his stomach. Why are you laughing? You knew what I said was true, Shizuno replied. I know, but you still could have said it without hurting her feelings, Naruto said as he grabbed her hands. Let's go home. Later, Shizuno house. I heard that you finally accept the Savior of Salvation offer. Shizuno turns around to see her brother. What changed your mind? I just felt like it, Shizuno said as she walked off to her room and closed the door. Bastard. She really hates her brother for forcing everything on her without even asking her if she wanted it. She took off her clothes and took a shower before she went to her bed. Dreamland. 1,000 years ago, my dearest king. I don't think it will work. The Witch of the Netherlands said to her husband. He will recognize me in an instant. Not if you are wearing this. Shu Sora gave her a necklace. It will change your appearance and slave mark. You're the only one who can do this. Fine, but what am I looking for? The Witch of the Netherlands as she took the necklace. His strength and weakness. Shu Sora said with a smile. When we know that we can take our revenge on him for making us a slave. Dream end the next morning, Naruto's dorm. Knock knock, go away, I am trying to sleep, Naruto shouted as he closed back his eyes. Boom, Naruto's door was sent flying in. Oh, it's open, Mari said as she entered the room. She is wearing a simple sundress that hugs her perfect body. Damn it, Mari, what the hell? Naruto shouted. Oh, and you are awake too, Mari said with a smile. Get dressed, I am here to show you around town. As she went back outside. Damn woman, Naruto growled as he got up and headed for the showers. He came out 10 minutes later dressed in his casual outfit which consists of orange jeans and a white t-shirt. We will start our tour with breakfast as Kai's, Mari said as she sways her hips as Naruto followed behind her. Damn woman, Naruto said as he watched her swaying hips. They drove for a while until they reached the city. It was Naruto's first time in such a big city. The city is beautiful. Yeah, it is, Mari said as she grabbed onto Naruto's hand. This way. As she pulled him into a building and into a seat. Wow, this place looks expensive, Naruto said as he looked at the place. It is, but not for a C rank like you, Mari said as the waiter came to them. Good morning, sir, madam, may I take your order? The waiter asked. Let me handle this, Naruto, Mari said with a smile as she orders the breakfast. With Shizuno and Satsuki, Shizuno couldn't believe she was hanging out with Satsuki of all people. Why am I still here? She asked herself. Oh, I was helping her get a present for Moroha and getting one for Naruto too. I am so done. Shizuno sighed as she sat on the park bench. I am so sorry, I made you go through all of this, Satsuki said as she took her seat. When I am tired, a little sugar always does the trick, Shizuno replied, hinting at something that went over Satsuki's head. Huh? Strawberry banana will suit me just fine, Shizuno informs her. But I don't have any more See you later. Shizuno waved to her. Fine, I will buy you a cream, Satsuki shouted as she ran off to get the cream. She was walking back from the stand when she notices that the sky was dark. I hope it doesn't rain. Suddenly the earth starts to shake, followed by a huge metaphysical that came out of the water in front of her. A hydra, as the huge 9-headed hydra roared. With Naruto and Mari. I don't know, but it can't be good. Mary's eyes went hard when she suddenly sensed an enormous energy level approaching them. Their eyes widened as they ran out of the building to see a giant horned figure standing 15 to 16 meters tall and covered in purple scales with a white equally armored underbelly. Fuck a dragon. Naruto roared before a jet stream of fire came out of its mouth right at them. Damn it, a dreadnought class, as they jumped out of the way. Desert Spada. Treasured sword of the desert. Mari clapped her hands together and a pentagon appeared on both of her hand. Her right hand becomes a loose blade of fast-moving sand. She then stabs it into the ground, extending it along the ground like a torpedo, splitting everything in its path, including the very ground itself, which hit Dragon, but it wasn't affected. What the hell? Naruto ran up as fast as he could before he jumped off straight at the dragon's head before jumping into the air. Fire release. Great fire annihilation. The attack did not faze the dragon as it swung its giant tail at him, swatting him out of the air like a fly swatter hitting a fly. Arg! Naruto screamed as she crashed into the ground. Naruto! Mari shouted as she summons a massive tornado of sand and sends it on a rampage. Sables, sandstorm. The sandstorm covered the dreadnought class. I am fine, we need to call for help, Naruto said as he got up. Yeah, I will. Mari as she took out her phone. The dragon suddenly roars and fire a blast of fire that turns the sand into glass. I will deal with this, Naruto said as he ran through some hand signs: rat right pointing arrow, ox right pointing arrow, dog right pointing arrow, horse right pointing arrow, monkey right pointing arrow, boar right pointing arrow, tiger. Fire style. Majestic demolisher, a technique. He expelled a massive stream of intense flames from his mouth that would have engulfed the dragon in a veritable sea of flames, but the dragon fired a fire blast of its own. Jin, it's the principle, Mari said as Naruto and the dragon attack fought for dominance. We have a problem. We are being attacked but a dreadnought class metaphysical. Holy shit, there is another one. Shihan final saw the other one attack them all. With Moroha he raced in the strikers ba the news that a metaphysical is attacking them all. This is a dire situation, Moroha, it not one but two metaphysical. Attacking. Jin sigh. Do you remember the dreadnought class 1 that attacks Tokyo Bay? Well, these two are the same size. Then what are we waiting for? Moroha shouted in worried. Shizuno and Satsuki need our help. There is nothing we can do. It will take about 200 of the world best savior to take down one, which may be too little, but we have two of them, Jin said in a sad voice. I won't send my men to die. As he put his hands on Moroha. Then I will go alone. He swats about Jin's hands. Jin, look on the news. It's Naruto, he is fighting a dragon. Metaphysical. Tokiko shouted as they watched Naruto crashing through several buildings. Damn it, I need to do something, Jin said as he looks around and realizes that Moroha was gone. With Naruto, it's no use, nothing is getting past that thick skin like armor, Naruto said as he dodged the dragon's tail. He had cuts and bruises all over his body. Mari, you need to leave here and go and help. Shizuno. Jin had told them that Shizuno and Satsuki were at the mall. Are you crazy? I can't leave you alone to fight this thing? Mari shouted as she turns to the dragon. Sables. Pesado, sandstorm. Heavy, a swirling mass of extremely dense sand appeared her hand, then she hurls it at the dragon, causing a massive shock wave upon impact. You have to go, your attacks will work more on the Hydra than the dragon, Naruto shouted as he saw the charging dragon. Watch out. Naruto pushes Mari out of the way as the dragon's tail swatting him away at high speeds as a crack was heard before he hit the ground as he coughed up blood. Naruto. She rushes over to him. Go, Naruto shouted as he got up, now. Okay. A scared Mari shouted as she ran towards the Hydra. Shit, Naruto said as he realizes that the dragon was going to attack her. Mari was running towards the Hydra when suddenly she felt a heat behind her. She turns around to see Naruto. It can't be. He was blocking the flames with a gun by Uchiwa. Army arrangement fan. What are you waiting to go? Naruto turns around to look at her as he blocks the flame with his weapon. It is a wide fan with Tomo on it and has a long handle with bandages wrapped around the base, as well as having a long chain attached to it. The Sharingan, he's the reincarnation him, Madara Uchiha, the oldest fallen villain. A shocked Mari shouted in her mind. The man no one wanted to be reincarnated. No one touches one of the wives of Naruto Uzumaki, Uchiha return. Naruto roared as his Sharingan spins. He utilized the Gunbai Uchiwa ability to reflect the owner attack back at them. Grr! The dragon screams out in pain as its armor melted off. Gunbai slicing winds. Naruto swing Gunbai Uchiwa and the dragon was cut to pieces. He did it! A shocked Mari said with a smile on her face as she walked up to him. So that's why you wanted the school's protection. Naruto reached forward and gave her a deep hungry kiss. His tongue forced her lips open and chased hers inside every corner of her mouth. His sweaty hand reached around her head to bring her mouth to his, forcing it to open for his plunder. She moaned into his hot mouth and he chuckled victoriously into his. With a final grin, he parted. We have the Hydra to deal with. Let's go. They turn around to see the pieces of the Hydra falling to the ground. Moroha. The ancient dragon, Naruto said. Naruto and Mari made their way over to the mall when they saw Moroha helping Shizuno and Satsuki up. Shizuno. She turns around to see Naruto and Mari coming towards them. Naruto. Shizuno saw the gunbai in his hands plus the Sharingan. In his eyes. Madara Uchiha. I see you finally figure it out. Naruto said with a smile as she pulled away from Moroha and walked up to him. I am sorry I could not be here to help you. He, it's okay, Shizuno said with a smile. I figure it out, so that means you owe me a favor? He, you are right. Naruto chuckled as he scratched the back on his head. So, what do you want then? As she got close to him. I will let you know, she whispered into his ears. Moroha, could you tell us what happened? Mari asked as Moroha and Satsuki started telling her what had happened. I see, you guys better get back to the academy and get your injuries treated. What will you be doing? Naruto asked as he held up Shizuno. Damage control, Mari said she knew what she had to do, especially with Naruto's secret being revealed to the world. I see, Naruto said he knew what was coming. Let's get back to the academy, as he lifted her up bridal style. Eeppp, an embarrassed Shizuno squeal. What about your injuries? I am fine, Naruto said as he jumped into the air. Ah. Satsuki fainted into Moroha. I can't seem to move, so why don't you carry me too, as Naruto did to Shizuno, as a smirk appeared on her face. Fine, Moroha said as he picked her up and carried her off. Nurse's office. You all can go. The scared nurse said as he looked at Naruto as they left her office, only to meet upon the student body who was cheering for them and thanking them for saving their lives. It was nothing. A blushing Moroha said as the students cheer even louder as Naruto stood to the side. He did not really enjoy the spotlight. Naruto, what is wrong? Shizuno asked her friend. All this will change when they find out the truth about Madara Uchiha, Naruto said in a sad voice. Or what they believe is the truth. So, what if he was a villain? You are not him and they will see that, Shizuno said, trying to cheer him up. You did save them after all. Shizuno, the swords of the White Knight and Six Heads have been after me since birth, Naruto informs her. They have been killing anyone who was the reincarnation of Madara. So that's why your mother hid you. A shocked Shizuno said as Naruto nodded his head. Are you afraid of them? Ha, no. I am afraid of what they will try to do to those who are close to me, Naruto told her. Really? Hell yes. I am a member of the Savior of Salvation, Satsuki interrupted them. Yes, congratulations, Jin said with a smile as he walked off. See you at practice tomorrow. Naruto, that was one hell of a fight, Jin said as he walked up to them. I am glad that you are on my side. And what is that supposed to mean? Shizuno growled, which made Jin took a step back. It's okay Shizuno, I am glad I am on your side too, Naruto said as he grabbed Shizuno. See you at training tomorrow. As they walked off. But Naruto, I know, but let's forget about it, Naruto said as they entered the hall as the monitor came on. It was the news and it was showing the destruction of the city and the mall. 1,000 dead after the city was attacked by not just one but two Metaphysical. The report said as the picture of the two Metaphysical appeared on the screen. The principal of Akane Academy here too. Tell us how her students destroy those monsters. Thanks for having me here, Mari said with a smile as she started explaining what happened and who had done what. The swords of the White Knight headquarters. This is bad. The people are seeing him as a hero. One of the six heads shouted in angry. We can't attack him in public, we will have to do it in secret, another one of the six heads said. Leave the kid alone, he is not responsible for what Madara did, another one of the six heads said. She is right, I regret voting back then to continue our processor's stupid idea of all killing all of Madara reincarnations. Let's have a vote to see what we should do about him, another one of the six heads said. Yeah, we have two choices, we either making him one of us or we kill him since he could follow in Madara's footsteps. Another one of the six head informs them. We can't afford for him to summon that dragon again. All in favor of killing him. One of the six head said as 3 hands went up. All against. 3 hands went up. All in favor of letting him join us? One of the six head said as 3 against. 2 hands went up. How could you? One of the six head shouted in shock. I thought you were with us. He, don't be stupid, I am with no one, besides I don't really care if he joins or not. One of the six head said with a smile. That settles it, and I am glad you said that because you will be the one who will go and meet him, one of the six head said. It will be my honor. One of the six head replied with a smile. Fools, you played right into my hands. Now for our next topic, the ancient dragon, with Shizuno. She had just reached home when her brother called her into his office. "I am here, brother," she growled. She already had an idea why he had called her here. "I heard that you are friends with the ancient dragon," her brother said with a huge smile on his face. "Not only that, but I heard that the two of you defeated a dreadnought-class Metaphysical." "I knew it." Shizuno just stood there not saying anything. "Good job, Shizuno," her brother said as he got out of his seat. "And Urusabara woman indeed." "We are only friends and nothing more," Shizuno said in a calm voice. "Naruto on the age. I don't want you to ever mention that name, he's a monster," Shizuno's brother roared. Shizuno said as she walked off as her brother shouted at her. "Come back here, I am still talking to you," but Shizuno ignored him and ran towards her room and into her bed. She really needed to get away from everything and her dreams offered that opportune. Dream world 1000 years ago. This world is full of things that don't go as you wish. The longer you live, the more you realize reality is just made of told pain, suffering, and emptiness. Listen, in this world, whenever there is light, there are also shadows. If the concept of winners exists, there must also be losers. The selfish desire of wanting to maintain peace causes wars and hatred is born to protect love. Madara said to the Queen of the Netherlands. "Do you really believe that?" the Queen of the Netherlands asked. "Of course not, that's what my father told me before I killed him," Madara said as he looked at her. "And allow the slaves to escape." "What? But my dearest king told me that you were the one who imprisons us after your father's heart attack, which gave him the perfect chance to free the other slaves," the Queen of the Netherlands said to herself. "But my lord, the people say otherwise." "I know what they are saying, that I was groomed to take over my father's work," Madara said with a smile. "Nothing could be further from the truth. I was banished from this place as a kid and lived with my mother. But the people are saying that they saw you learning the rope from your father," the Queen of the Netherlands said. "Ha ha ha ha, the people or you, the Queen of the Netherlands," Madara said with a smile. "Don't worry, if I wanted to kill you I would a year ago when you started working for me." The Queen of the Netherlands was shocked. She could believe it, but how? "Nothing hides from my eyes," Madara said with a smile. "And I am telling the truth. The boy you saw was a replacement for me. I couldn't use magic, so I wasn't chosen to be his heir." "Why should I believe anything that you say?" the Queen of the Netherlands shouted. "And I see you use magic before." "Whoever said it was magic, and you don't have to stay, you can even leave now if you want," Madara said as he walked off. "I just ask you to give me a chance to prove to you that I am nothing like my father or what the people are saying." Dream end. The next day Naruto was walking along sidewalk as he makes his way to the place where Shizuno and the others were. The tea palace or something like that it was called. Uzumaki Naruto. Naruto turns around when he hears his name called. "Yuri Lisa," Naruto said, which shocks the blonde hair woman. She is a young woman who appears to be in her 20s with long blonde hair, a seductive face, and well-endowed figure. She is wearing an exotic dress which reveals most of her cleavage and has a folding fan in her hand. "How did you know that name?" Vasilisa couldn't believe anyone knew her former name. Naruto said as he walked off, only for him sidestep a blast of lightning. "I could always get it out of you when you become my slave," Vasilisa roared as she attacked Naruto again. "Lightning Dragon." "Gunbai Uchiwa," Naruto said as his weapon appeared in his hands. Uchiha return. As the lightning reflects off his weapon and came back at Vasilisa's hidden slaves. "Damn it, how did he know?" a shocked Vasilisa wondered. "What the hell?" Naruto's entire body and clothing turned into thousands of sheets of paper which started to blanketed her, thus restricting her movements. "You lose." He, do you really think that such a weak illusion would work against me?" Vasilisa said as she dispels the illusion like it was nothing. Ha 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 ha, just like old times," Naruto said with a smile as his Sharingan morphed into a Mangekyo Sharingan. Tsukuyomi. Vasilisa found herself dizzy and in no time, they were transported to a red space with a full moon at the background. In Tsukuyomi, Vasilisa looked around frantically and then turned to Naruto and demanded, "Where are we? What have you done to me?" Naruto looked at her with indifferent gaze and reply. "You are under the effect of my illusion technique that can damage your mind beyond repair, but I won't since you are important to me." Then he snapped his fingers and suddenly Vasilisa found trapped on a cross. She tried to move but she couldn't because she was nailed down. "This is what I did to you when we first meet, to show you that I am beyond your control and I don't even have to touch you." "Fine, I surround, you win," Vasilisa shouted. She was scared. This is your punishment for attacking your lord, Naruto said with a smile. For the next 72 hours, you will experience being whipped. Outside the Tsukuyomi, take your master home, Naruto commanded the Vasilisa's brainwashed minions as blood came out of his eyes. Shit, Naruto said as he wiped the blood away, he still hasn't mastered it yet. He made his way to the tea palace. Suddenly he saw a tall-figured young man in his 20s with short blonde hair exited the place and humming to himself. He has 2 earrings on both ears and is wearing a purple suit. Ghost of the Uchiha. The man said as he looked at Naruto from behind his sunglasses. Naruto ignored the man and walked past him. Alcade, Naruto heard as the man's fist was inches from his face. What the? The man's fist went through Naruto's face. Ho! The man received a powerful kick that sends him crashing into several cars before he stopped and was unconscious. Impossible. That was Sir Edward's highest class of the God Speed Link, known as a secret technique among secret techniques. A woman said as she picked up her unconscious master. She is a young woman with long blonde hair and well-endowed figure. She is wearing a maid uniform. Naruto, how did you do that? Moroha shouted at him as Satsuki and Shizuno came running out. Armor-sleeved single hit, Naruto said as he walked past them with blurry vision. What? Satsuki and Moroha said. That what he always says when he defeated someone with a single blow, Shizuno said as she ran after him. Naruto, she saw the blood coming from his eyes. How does she know that? A jealous Moroha asked. Maybe they shared a past, Satsuki replied. The next day, Sir Edward, it's a pleasure, Mari said as she shook his hands. What brings you here? He is here to check out the ancient dragon, am I right? Mr. Urusabara said with a smile. You are right indeed, the 6 heads asking me too. Sir Edward replied. He really did not want to be here, especially when he got his ass kicked yesterday. There was supposed to be another member of the 6 heads, but I heard she had to go back, so I am also supposed to look at the ghost of the Uchiha too. I see, then let's go. Combat training will begin soon, Mari said as she leads them inside the school. With Naruto and the others had just finished changing for the next class and where they saw Mary's sister leaning up against the wall. A smile appeared on her face when she saw Moroha. Moroha, Maya shouted as she ran towards them. Hey, that's the brat who knocked me out, Satsuki shouted as she points to the blonde-haired girl. Really, I have also seen her before, Naruto said as the little girl stopped in front of them. It's you, huh? Moroha did not know her name. It's Maya Shimon, Maya said with a smile. But you can call me honey. Hon Eyy. Moroha stuttered as Satsuki elbowed him. I don't think you go to this school, right? Shizuno asked. You are Mary's sister, Naruto said as the girl nodded her head. I awoke my savior a lot earlier than others, so I can't go to a normal school, Maya said as she looked at Moroha and blushed. Moroha, I would be careful about this one, Naruto said as he walked off as he and Shizuno laughed. What are you talking about? Moroha shouted. Don't drop the soap, Naruto said as Moroha finally figured it out. In class, today is a special day, so we will be having a joint session with the second-year student, Tana said as fixed his glasses. I will need a second year to give a demonstratio. I will Tana T, a second year shouted. He was a member of the Saviors of Salvation. Ah Shizuno, why is that man glaring at me? Naruto said as Shizuno took her head off his shoulders to see the person. Just ignored him, he's not important, Shizuno said as she smiles and rests her head back on Naruto's shoulders, beside Moroha is about to fight. In the stand Sir Edward was playing a video game as Moroha battle began. Sir Edward, the fight is about to start. Mr. Urusabara said only to be ignored by Edward. Go Moroha! Maya shouted. Sir Edward. Mr. Urusabara called again. Why should I watch? Sir Edward replied as he plays his game. Back on the field, winner Moroha. Tana T shouted as Moroha walked off the field and took his seat beside Satsuki. Next match Naruto Uzumaki come. Forward. Hi sensei, Naruto said as he got up. Who wants to challenge him? Tana T asked but got no response. Everyone was scared to fight him. Haruka Momochi, will you do the honors? But sensei, fine, I will try my best. Haruka stuttered as she stood. That's all I asked. Let's begin. Tana-T shouted as they just stood there. Miss Haruka, you can. Haruka fell to the ground unconscious. Winner Naruto Uzumaki. Later Naruto was on his own. Moroha was talking to the principal. Satsuki decided to wait for him and Shizuno was having a meeting with her brother. I better head home, Naruto said when he saw an upset Shizuno coming towards him. Shish, she cut him off with a kiss. Let's go out on a date, Shizuno said as she dragged Naruto away. I know the perfect place, Naruto said with a smile. With Edward, there is proof that Uzumaki did defeat that Metaphysical by himself, but there is none for the ancient dragon, Edward growled. Yeah, only the principal's report which said that it was defeated by 3 people, the blonde said. I would rather have the ancient dragon than the ghost of the Uchiha, Edward sighed with a smile. Do you really hate Uzumaki that bad? The maid asked. I don't hate him, but I have a feel that he is like Madara Uchiha or worst, Edward replied with a growl. And he is just too strong. But he hasn't shown any sign. Do we have any dinner plans for tonight, Angela? Edward asked, changing the subject. I do, it's at the famous restaurant. Cancel it, I have other plans, Edward sighed, which made the maid sad. She wanted to spend time with Edward. I need you to help me test the ancient dragon. But sir, that could cause a major international incident, Angela replied. Not if we don't get caught, Edward replied with a smile. With Naruto and Shizuno. Shizuno and Naruto were having a blast on the Savior coasters. It was the biggest attraction to the new amusement park. I can't believe you hypnotized the manager into letting us ride all the rides for free, Shizuno whispered into Naruto's ears as they walked from the coaster and joined another line for the Savior of Love tunnel ride. It was easy and it's fun being bad sometimes, Naruto told an excited Shizuno when Shizuno's stomach started grumbling. I guess this means we need food right about now, huh, Shizuno, Naruto said, poking her in the stomach lightly, laughing. Yeah, let's see what they have here, Shizuno said, grabbing his hand and pulled him out of the line, trying to see what there is to eat here. They finally settled on getting candy apple for Shizuno and corn on the cob for Naruto, then they shared a cotton candy between the two of them. Are you having fun? Naruto asked Shizuno. Yeah, this has been awesome, just having it just be the two of us today, she said with a smile on her face. Hey, let's get back in line for the Savior of Love ride, and then I'm going to win you a prize from one of the games, Naruto tells her. Sure Naruto, it sounds like fun, she replied. Race you? Shizuno continued laughing and taking off in a very strong run. Come back here you, Naruto called, throwing the leftover food into the trash and then proceeding to chase after her. Shizuno looked behind her quickly to see Naruto catching up to her fast. She knew that he would caught up to her because she wasn't using her power. He looped his arms around her waist and twirled her around. Naruto then turned her to face him and he gave her a kiss. Shizuno was smiling because of how good the day was going. They had finally gotten in line for the Savior of Love ride, and it was the most romantic ride in the park. They spend the entire ride making out as their hands explore each other when the ride stops. Attention customer, we are experiencing some technical issue and the ride will be up and running soon. Ring asterisk. Brother, Shizuno answered the phone as her brother spoke. Sorry brother, I'll be home soon. What is it? Naruto asked. He having a special dinner tonight and he wants me home now, Shizuno said with a sad look. Sorry. It's okay, Naruto said as the ride started to move. With Moroha couldn't believe it. He was being invited to Shizuno home for a special dinner. He was going to use this dinner to get closer to Shizuno. He knows they have a past together but Shizuno claims they do not. I hope he did not invite Naruto too, Moroha said as he walked up to Shizuno's house and knocked on the door. 30 minutes later Shizuno opens a secret passage to her house and enter, but Naruto stopped. What are you waiting for? Shizuno, I wasn't invited, he said with her prize in his hands. It's not like that, haven't ever stopped you before. Shizuno smirked as Naruto laughed. The king of the netherworld's birthday party. He chuckled, ruffling his hair with his fingers. You got me there but I need a suit. You can borrow my father's suit? She whispered with a small smile as she dragged him into the house. With Moroha and Tadanori, Urusabara Moroha and Tadanori have been waiting for 20 minutes since the butler told them that Shizuno had come back. What in Kami's name is taking her so long? Tadanori growled. I will go and see if she is ready, sir. The butler said as he walked off. I am sorry about this Moroha, Tadinori said. It's okay sir. Moroha replied with a smile, with Naruto and Shizuno. Naruto. No response. Naruto, Blue's eyes meet her, shining with amusement. Oh, there you are. My face is up here by the way, she teased. I know, Naruto replied as a blush appeared on her face. She takes his hand and leans in close, her voice seductively low. I love that you love my outfit. I wore it especially for you. She grabs his tie and pulls him into a kiss. I love your outfit too, now let's go. Knock. Shizuno opens the door to see her butler. I know Kai, my brother's patience is running out, Shizuno said as she dragged Naruto past the shocked butler. This won't be good, Kai said as he followed them. They entered the dining hall only to see her brother and Moroha talking to each other. Moroha, what are you doing here? Her voice brought them out of their conversation. SD with a shocked look on their face when they saw Naruto. What the hell are you doing here? Tadinori growled at Naruto. Your lovely sister invited me, Naruto said, ignoring Tadinori glared and walked Shizuno to her seat. Just pretend I am not here. Why you brother, behave yourself. Is that how an Urushibara man treats his guest? Shizuno said with a smile as his brother calmed down. Naruto, come and have a seat beside me. The dinner went on with Tadinori trying to convince Moroha to lie about beating the Hydro by himself and become an S-rank mage, but Moroha refused to lie as Tadinori tried again, but this time telling him all the rewards that came with it. Naruto and Shizuno were too busy playing footsies under the table to really listen to them. Well, I guess I had to be going, Moroha said, realizing that his plan would not work. Are you coming to Naruto? Thanks for coming, Shizuno said as she slips a paper into Naruto's jacket. You to Moroha. Thanks for having us, Moroha said as Naruto nodded his head. They were escorted to the door by the butler who was carrying 2 bags of food. I was ordered to take you home, Kai the butler informs them. I am fine, I can walk, Naruto said as he walked off, leaving Moroha and the butler. Thank you very much, Moroha said as he entered the car. With Naruto turned the corner when he took the note out of his pocket. Let's finish what we started earlier in my room. It seems like you remember everything. Naruto laughed. The last time he did something like sneaking into a woman's bedroom was during the King of the Netherworld birthday party when he was drunk. Naruto ran towards the secret passage. He could always put everyone in the house under an illusion, but where was the fun in that? He made his way through the passage which leads to Shizuno's hidden room, which was in her closet. Shizuno, Naruto whispered as he felt someone grabbed him and pushed him on the bed. With Moroha. You're a woman? A shocked Moroha asked as the unknown person wearing a violet battlesuit and a biker helmet jumped back. Like it matters. The unknown biker roared as she started glowing green. This is the end, as she fired a greenish blast at Moroha. I remember now. He had remembered his time with the Queen of the Netherland. She was mine and he took her away from me, as he started writing his spell. What the hell? The unknown biker said as a blast of the icy tornado came from Moroha and pierced her attack and hit her. Arg! She screamed out in pain as her suit was ripped apart, revealing her underboobs. Who are you? Moroha shouted as the unknown female ran away. The end. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember to subscribe and like this video. See you in the next video.